Smoke74 asked whether the slip joint mechanism on the UKPK here feels secure enough, and he got some great response in the comments, but I did want to highlight it because I think it really shows one reason that this knife is so good. So first, let's look at these two knives here. This is the Cali3 made in Seki City, and it is a backlock. This is a locking knife. When this blade is out, it's not going anywhere. You disengage this lock and you can fold the blade. It's a locking knife. It's great. It's very nicely done. It's just a cool knife in general. The UKPK from Golden, Colorado, but still Spyderco, looks very similar. It's an extremely similar design. And even though there's sort of a back strap here, this is a slip joint. This is not locked. I can push right back here, break that double detent, and it will fold. So just like that. Now the thing is, this is a pretty stiff double detent. I can push decently hard. I can even go to the tip here and push quite a bit before it breaks, and it doesn't wiggle at all. That detent keeps it in place until it does break. So when I'm just pushing a bit, it doesn't wiggle at all here. Compare that to a conventional slip joint, here the Jack Wolf Knives Benny's clip, and this is a slip joint that is known for having a pretty stiff walk and talk. And even with that stiffness, this thing will still wiggle in the closed position. There is nothing keeping it in this closed position, in that locked out, for lack of a better term, position. And so if I put pressure toward the tip, it can start to wiggle quite a bit. And if you stab this into something or do any cutting that sort of puts force, downward on this blade, it can start to move and feel kind of skeevy. The other thing is, this is a two-handed opener and two-handed closer, no two ways about it. So when you compare that to the UKPK here, in practice, this feels more like a locking knife than a slip joint. When it's in this open position, you can push pretty hard. There is no wiggle, especially when your other finger is up in this choil. One of the commenters mentioned that's a great point. This thing is quite secure in this position. Honestly, you've got to really be putting pressure sort of down on the spine of the blade or twisting it sort of that way to start to break this detent when you don't want to. It feels more like a locking knife. But you still have the simple design, you still have the lightweight design, and you still have the legal benefits of a slip joint on the UKPK. On top of that, it's also a one-handed opener and can be a one-handed closer if you want. So, to answer your question directly, do you find yourself missing the lock? If you end up using smaller knives like this in harder use or really wiggling them around, you might want a full locking knife, and you get something like the Para 3, the Sage 5, there's plenty of good options, or the Cali3 here. But for most people that are going to lightly use a small EDC knife like this, the UKPK, really well designed to take some of the issues with typical slip joints out of the picture. Thanks for the question.